Just gonna do a quick audio check here before we go live in about 1 minute. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Test 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Alright, if that doesn't sound correct to anyone in the audience, just let me know anytime during the stream and we'll adjust those settings. I've created a new dual disc that will completely change how we play the game. Go! Neo Summon! This is what you made me. You Back everyone to a late night stream here. I'm Van Heilman, and tonight we will be getting into some more of the different variants of Yu-Gi-Oh for you guys. So that will mean some Duel Links and some Master Duel. We're going to see what we can do tonight. We're actually running through the YCS qualifiers, or the event today. Got up about halfway through the event, so I'm going to try to finish some of it at least here. Most of this will just be for your guys' entertainment, so we will be playing up at the top corner some Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium Paradox, which won't get copyright hit because we own it, so that's kind of great. So if you guys want to watch a goofy fan-made Yu-Gi-Oh! Video, it's right up there. It's about an hour and a half long, so enjoy that as we go on tonight. We're just doing this for you guys to entertain, a little bit of stuff to go to sleep to, or if you're just up too late and you decided to have some fun here tonight and watch the stream, then I'm happy to have you. If not, let's just enjoy some Yu-Gi-Oh! Together and see how far I can get in the YCS 2025 Championship, as well as seeing if that is also available in Master Duel, because I haven't checked yet, but I will be doing that tonight. In addition, I think we'll also show off a couple of the promos for a few things tonight. Just, it's very possible that I might get into that maybe a little bit later in the stream. What do you guys think of that rest card? If anyone's actually watching, what do you guys think of the Adult Swim style rest card? I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of a little proud of that one. It's a little ridiculous, but I thought it was kind of funny. I think what we're gonna do is let the Patreon members write the jokes for the cards. I think that'll be super fun. Like, you'll have to follow some lines, you know what I'm saying? But I think that'll be pretty funny, right? Like, if you get to write in your own little jokes and then see them in the video. Alright, let's see what the hell we're going to do here. This is actually quite tricky. We can go down Antherium because at least they won't get a free monster from it if it's our first summon, right? Technically, we can normal summon the second one. Guard penalty is not going to do crap for me right now, so I'm just going to trade it for something in a minute with Astraltopia. It looks like the best we're going to be able to do is brick up with probably go on Leo Arms for some negates if we can get there. But we do have Astraltopia, which is good. Means you can get to one spell trap negate, and then you got the monster, so he does like up to 3 or 2 monster negates. But it's all at once. That's the problem with the monster negates. It's all at once. Alright, so now we're going to do this. Gonna use him as a rank up magic on the first turn. We're gonna turn him into Leo Arms. And I don't know if people are already tired of seeing like Utopia stuff, probably because the events and they just like saw a million Utopia players or whatnot, but Utopia is kind of like one of my pet decks that I've been playing for a long time, that it just happens to be in vogue right now, so it's kind of fun for me particularly. But, you know, I digress. I would totally understand if people were like, dude, we're tired of seeing some Utopia kills. But it's still pretty fun. Like, I like that it kind of sort of works better in the game because the skill card, like, just lets you get the free Utopia. It basically gives your going second a lot better of a chance. So we're going to put him down. No, go away. I love quick play spells, but I hate using them in the games because they're always so annoying to interact with, right? Alright, so we're going to use this here. I might keep Double or Nothing. I don't normally, but because guard penalty is such a bad card in my hand right now, I'm getting rid of that. And then I really need to go rebuild this deck and take Slipper Mail out. But I'm going to throw Slipper Mail on there. He ain't going to do squat, but I'm going to throw him on there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's the best we got for now. Wait. Did they just... Oh, you know what I did? I didn't even pay attention. My opponent opens on nothing a lot. I'll think they have... that it's first turn, and I'm going first. And then I'll set up a first turn board instead of going second, which is exactly what I just did. Yeah. Dark Hole. So, I don't know, man. We can go ahead and nope the first one, I guess. Because even if they destroy it, I get it back once. I mean, We got 4 more cards, so quite a bit of steam, but this still protects destruction, monster effect negate. Yeah, I don't know. It's not impossible to play through, but I mean, you know, if they do, pretty cool. If they don't, I might have it in the bag. I kind of gave it to him by accident a little bit. But that's alright. So you gave me a bug. So we both have a bug. We both have this one ugly ass bug. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Alright, so I have an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plant Goblinberg in defense mode, and I'm going to attack with the bug. And hope to God that they clear my field next turn. So I can go raid victory on their ass, but we'll see. I hate it when I do that too. I'll just go second by accident completely. Let's see, what you got? What you got? 2 face downs. No monster. So if they don't do a monster, I can't do it. I gotta wait. Which sucks, because then I gotta play through more face downs. But I might be able to do it this way. Let's see. At least get rid of them. Let's see, let's do this. Let's do this. Go into this one here. And then they might play something in the back row. Maybe. We'll find out. We'll find out. Alright. So, let's see if they do something back row. Nope, that means there's nothing to trigger, nothing for them to proc. Okay, cool. So, gotta do this. Gonna go Super Saiyan. Nice. Gonna go rank 2. Or, rank up, sorry. I know the intention was to call these like chaos ranks, but they really should have just called them like a different scale of ranks, if that makes sense, like double rank or something like that. Because like it makes sense to keep them working like this. It was just kind of a odd thing. Alright, go ahead, activate something. No? Alright, cool. So then that's what we're gonna do. Turn double or nothing into Neuron Force. And then, so they have a choice to negate Neuron Force, possibly, if they've got a face down for it. And if they get rid of our Utopia, we can go Glorious Numbers. Assuming those are not both negates, but we'll find out. What you got? They're deciding. Their whole life is being made up in this moment. Alright, cool. That's ridiculous. They chose to do nothing, which means that he's just going to attack them. I do kind of like the armor layering up, and that's why he gets so lanky. Like, as a mech, they just put like a glove over his glove. It'd be like adding this bottle to the end of my hand. It's just ridiculous. Alright, let's go straight into battle here. And then see if he's going to proc anything. He probably doesn't know. He don't know. Karibo. Yeah, what's so awesome is that's the only way around Ray Victory's effect is a literal monster effect in hand, specifically for dodging battle damage. It's the only way. Okay, so what do you got? Well, that was kind of neat. Alright, not bad. So what, I just gotta get rid of that? Alright, cool. So let's do this. So I can go for... Wait, I can only use one. Control no monsters target, then draw one card. Banish. Okay. So this is gonna give me somebody from the graveyard. So if I take somebody like Leo Arms, I can actually beat Ray Victory. Unless they got another face down. But you know what? This is life. So We're just gonna try what we can. So we're gonna take Leo Arms. Unless he's got something for it. Alright, cool. So Leo Arms come out. We'll draw one card. Alright, tough choices. So I can summon Astraltopia, use his effect, gain a card, or I can attach Astraltopia to him, detach, and gain another ZW. Just waiting to see what they're doing. Because, okay, so I think I'm going to have to go with, like, Tornado Bringer, and did we already use... I think I did. I already used the first one. Yes, already used Lightning Blade. Alright, we're getting into some risky business here. But, let's do this. But you get no victory without risking it, so might as well see what the deck can do. That's the only way I got this far with this deck, is just seeing how many negates you can play around. You'd be surprised what you can get away with the Utopia engine. Sometimes you get quite a bit. I'll play this replay here in a minute of earlier. I was going into a mirror match with somebody else, and it was probably one of the craziest mirror matches I've had in a good long while. Basically, every time I used a card, they used the same card, and we just happened to keep countering each other the same way until it was like down to our last couple hundred life points kind of thing. It was just so crazy. Be detached, yes. So basically, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Lost Wind, special summon monster. Should have put Tornado Bringer on him first. Dang, that can't pull him out of deck. Okay, well. Cool, so that didn't work on him for some reason. I have no idea why, to be honest. I don't know what just prevented that interaction. Target one special summon, its effects are negated. Okay, I don't know why that didn't work. I genuinely don't know what's up. Someone knows in the audience, let me know, because I'm so curious. So first we're going to equip him to him. And then I'm going to negate Utopia's effects. So he can't use his... oh, my effects got negated. Why are my effects negated? Oh, I know what it is. It's Glorious Numbers. I summoned him with this. That's probably what it is. Anyway, so let's go into this. I think I can get away with this. Get my own Utopia back in the grave. Too bad he can't just charge and attack twice with Leo Arms directly, though. That'd be probably a little broken, but this deck isn't like the best in the world or anything. It's just pretty good. If I play this dude, he can attack everybody that they control, so at least he's just a friggin' powerhouse. This is risky, dude, because also if he has any more of those snakes, then he takes control of Utopia. I might be screwed. With the Fallen Albaz, I can negate his effect, sure. It's not gonna do squat. I mean, barely. Right, yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I hate when it asks, like, you can do something. Just, like, don't do that. Go away. Alright. Okay, so at least I did the right thing there. So I'm gonna have to play risky. He's either going to have something face down for this or he's not. At least I know he can't target my guy, so it's going to be a little more difficult. Target one monster, so it's going to be Graveyard. Okay, wait. If this card is this is battle or spell trap, target one monster. Nope. Nope. Hold on. There's got to be a way. Ah. He can't target him. I should have attacked. I don't know why I thought about that. ZW Tornado Bringer. There's so many effects that will get stacked up on one freaking Utopia that it's really hard to keep track of them sometimes. Not really hard. It's just in the moment hard kind of thing. Let's see what he does. I think he's going to go for it. And then, yeah, I mean, no. We know he's not going to be able to negate their effects. It's not happening. Let's see what they do. Because it's not like you can attack him. He's got 6,000. If you hit him, you die. What? No. Oh, do they not take battle damage? No. Is it Taya's skill that she doesn't take battle damage? Oh well, doesn't matter. We're gonna go do this. I need to get Blue Sage. It's kind of one of the cards I need to unlock so I can get through this YCS event. I got the skill that I need next for this Utopia deck, just not Blue Sage. Wait a minute. 33, 1,000. Yeah, I gotta do it this way. Unfortunately, I just need to rank him up to a version of Utopia that doesn't get the negate ability. I guess that means I pulled all the... no. Lost Wind comes back. Okay. So what we can do is see if we can attack with him. The only thing he can do is target my own Utopia. And I'll attack my own Utopia. That's fine. And then all he can do is take away the materials from Utopia. Not too worried about that. That's just a patience game. Not worried about negating him. Not worried about nothing. He has to draw something pretty good, but he's already locked himself out of spells and traps, so even if he draws like a board clearing card, he locked himself out of it. Okay, you're weaker in defense mode, so I got 2 more attacks on you, then it's game? Star Drawing can even attack you, and that will still do something. Alright, cool, so let's do it this way then. Because we both have low life points, that's the danger here. So, like, if he's able to summon something big and just mow over Star Drawing. Alright, yeah, you negate Utopia. Nope, no need. Because it's not going to negate his effect. Then, I don't know if he knows what Utopia does, but it'll destroy itself. Okay, we're not worried about it. You're not targeting anybody. Oh, weird. Why is that not destroyed in defense mode? It's 1250. He had to use Lost One to attack his house. Put some. Okay. I want to do it just because it keeps asking, but whatever. It's not going to negate it. It's going to strain out or whatever. Yeah. You do another big moth? That's kind of fucked up. Oh, okay. Yeah, he got me. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. He drew exactly what he needed to get out of that. Sometimes it's how it works, man. I feel like with Utopia specifically, kaiju-ish options are the best. So like Super Poly, you know, any of the kaijus, pretty much. Because the only way to get rid of them, you don't want to like waste a bunch of resources breaking apart the board that they build. You just kind of want to flip them face down or something like that. Let's see here. So I'm actually going to play this from earlier. This was so crazy. I think if you go to your ranked duels, World Championship, favorite replays. So here, I'll play, I think it was this one. These were just some really cool mirror matches that I did. And basically, both of them were kind of drag out, but this one especially was just crazy. And these were both from the these are both from the YCS qualifier, so they're not like just my casual duels. So these guys were coming to like win, and it was nuts. And it's always funny, like I'll duel somebody else, especially in a mirror match with Utopia, and be like, how well do you know this deck? Are you making like the best or optimal like opening play, or with what you have, or like will you forget little minor details that's going to screw you up that I know about for this particular deck just because I've been playing it forever. So essentially I'm going first here, and the best thing you can do to go first with this deck, in my opinion, just as a general thing, if you're going up against most decks, is just to go into Leo Arms, or sorry, I keep calling him Leo Arms. Leo Utopia Ray, which is this guy here. And that's because he can negate monster effects, and he can also equip the ZW. So it thins out the deck a little early on, and it gets you the correct ZWs. I kind of feel like people also go for Leo Arms, the actual XYZ monster, a lot, but I prefer to go for the Lightning Blade, basically because that makes him indestructible for a turn. And then if you happen to have summoned him with like the red sage, basically, you get another ZW. So then you can get non-targeting as well. So non-targeting, no destruction. Then he has up to 2 monster negates. And then if you happen to have Astraltopia, you can get 1 more negate out of it. Excuse me. Drinking fizzy shit late at night is not a great movie. But I'm going to keep doing it, because I guess. Yeah, this was freaking nuts. So this guy kept tagging me back with everything possible. And, like, we were both drawing stuff like Numbers Protection and the Numeron Force. And so, like, I would negate his numbers, or his Numeron Force, and then he would negate my Numeron Force, both with the Numbers Protection. And then we'd both, like, bring them back and then banish them to use them again. It was so freaking crazy. Yeah, see, this is so nuts. But I think in this particular duel, he had a better skill, because the skill he has basically is 6 skills. It's like you can use each one twice per duel, and it's a 3-layered skill. The skill I'm using is just a 3-layered skill, which is still, in my opinion, really good. That's why I'm using it. But I need to switch over and do some deck building, basically to prep my deck for the actual YCS. I got about halfway through the YCS event right now without prepping the deck from the previous event, which I really need to do. Yeah, so he was doing all the right stuff, by the way. This guy was aces. He was doing, like, mostly the optimal moves, like opening up with Leo Arms, getting his Ray Victory, like negating out the field, just like, he was answering Leo Arms, or Leo Ray with Ray Victory. And that's because Ray Victory can just negate the monster's effects when he attacks them and absorb their attack. So no matter how big they make that monster, you can just run into it and get rid of it. No problem with Ray Victory. I always say if you're on turn 1, open up with Leo, turn 2, Ray Victory, and then just if the duel is interesting, like you're going up against Shadow or something, you basically just have to bait out enough negates for them, especially if they summon their fusion that only lets you summon once. You just gotta be really freaking careful with stuff like that. Because this deck used to be really susceptible to stuff like that would just negate your opening summon. But I feel like that's where the Sages came in to help the deck, and then the skills that they released for this deck kind of made it OP, in my opinion. I mean, I know not everyone's using it, but it's such a good deck, especially for, like, beginners. There's so many little things you can do to build it to make it kind of like your own. I think all the level 4s that you pick, you can change up quite a bit to choose your own monsters. Plus, you can choose other rank 4s to add to the deck. So crazy. Yeah, see, so he negated my rank up there. So I just was like, man, how the hell am I going to get out of this? He just, like, hit me with this Ray Victory, ran over my dude. I did this just to draw 1 free card, threw halfway to Forever down. I was like, dude, like, I don't know why. I was going to quit this duel in particular like 3 or 4 times, and I just didn't. So he got to use his Numeron Force, but luckily, nothing was really out at this point that I really cared about getting negated or anything. It was just kind of like, okay, well, we're negating one guy that doesn't really have an effect, and the other guy that just eats 2 attacks, so we're not really worried about him. So then when we went for the attack, I made him replay battle by summoning 2 monsters and then summoning another Utopia that had not been negated. So he had to attack through it during the battle phase, and he could negate the attacks. It was pretty shady, to be honest. And I had to style on him by doing it with the gold Utopia, too. Yeah, yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. So basically, what that did was that gave me my Numeron Force back. I think later, yeah, here I like bait him out to use it. Because if he activates a monster effect, I can actually destroy the monster. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to use this as destruction instead. It was such a crazy duel, man. I was literally at this point just like, I guess I'm just going to play it out and see what happens. And it got kind of crazy. Because he's at 4,000, I'm at 850. I've used up almost every Utopia. You're probably thinking there's no way I'm going to pull this off. Not in a million years. Hits me in the face disrespectfully with the fucking armed sage dude, 500 attack or whatever, 300 life points. Immediately make a comeback to 5,500 and mowed him down. Did a one-hit kill to get that back. So I was like, this was the craziest mirror match I've had in a cool minute, dude. It was just so crazy. And I got one more for you. I can play this other one I did earlier. I think it was this one here. Yes, it was this one. I don't remember this one as well play-by-play wise, but I do remember it was really good, really cool. I don't remember if it was a mirror match per se, but that one in particular I just had to share with you guys. It was so crazy. It's one of those don't ever give up videos, you know what I'm saying? I think we made like a never surrender Yu-Gi-Oh video at some point. Oh, this is what we were talking about earlier. This was how I got around playing Shadow. So these dudes, they will basically prevent you from being able to special summon. They just hate you forever, all the time, a lot. So basically, that's all. That's their whole strategy. No, enough said. But in all seriousness, it's essentially just one of the fusion monsters that locks you out of special summoning. So they'll do all their special summoning, and then summon that last. So they've got all their beefy monsters out, or at least a good board, and then you're stuck not being able to summon anything. And of course, most of the stuff you can only normal summon is super weak. So unless you have like kaijus, or you got like some super neat out, which I happen to have a kind of cool out here. I used the skill to get the free Utopia. So they kind of had to like step it out a bit to kind of see if they were going to negate this or that. I think they summoned their fusion during my turn. Yeah, they super polyed. Yeah. This little freaking thing, I think I hate it. Winda? I think I hate it. Yeah. But it was kind of funny, so no one can really negate a skill. So I think when you build a deck around the skills themselves specifically, like very intentionally, you can kind of actually get away with quite a bit. So this was me getting around not being able to summon it anymore using just the skill and the Numeron Force thing. So basically, there wasn't really anything they could do without being able to negate the spell card. Something I kind of like about Duel Links, actually, is like you have to kind of lean pretty heavy into one strategy or the other because the deck size is so small. Very rarely will a deck be able to run like 2 or 3 strategies cohesively. But because of that, I feel like it's a little more fair for most people. I don't know, I think it's a pretty solid format. I kind of think skills break the game, but it's also kind of why I don't want hand traps in this game. Maybe controversial, but you know, I kind of like hand traps in Master Duel for the format that's in. But yeah, we went straight into Leo Arms again. This deck has a lot of the same tools to solve a lot of the variations of different problems, but it's essentially, you want to negate monster effects, go for Leo Arms. You want to beat them up during the battle phase, go for Ray Victory. And you can do essentially both, especially if it's the second turn, because you get the free skill. get a free Utopia, and then they have to respond to it. They have to answer that Numeron Force, or let you get away with nonsense. Essentially, it's very to me. It's pretty rare that it goes another way, and this deck has absolutely has certain weaknesses, but like it's been pretty good so far. Where are we at? We're at stage 13. No, that's for the world. Let me see where I'm at in the championship. Hey, we'll go here. Oh, click. And I think if you okay, so we're at stage 11. So we have until the 26th, or until June 8th. So like 2 more weeks, another week and a half, something like that, to get up to stage 20? 20, right? Yeah, it's always stage 20. So basically, you get all this stuff along the way, but if you make it here, you get to enter the next stage, which is like the actual qualifiers or whatever. And I think if you finish that, it's like the top 1 or 3 people out of that get to actually go on to like a YCS event, if I remember right, and then some other the remainder compete in the YCS digitally or something of that nature. I could be wrong. I don't want to mislead anybody, but if I remember correctly, it's been like a year and a half since I've done this event. So, yeah, but that's pretty much what that's for. Is basically just we're gonna see how far we can get here. Do another one. And then after we take our little commercial break here in a little bit, we'll switch over to some Master Duel after that little break and see where we're doing, see how we're doing there. Because at this point, I'm just kind of like farming gems. I'm just trying to get into this a little more so I can build this deck up. But unfortunately for them, I'm abusing the the YCS event to do it, I guess. Because I'm not even really that worried about placing or anything. It's just you can farm out a lot of gems if you're good enough to beat some people here. And honestly, after you prep a deck and then play it through these events, you probably will have a deck that's good for most of the game. So, like, if you hate these events because they're, like, too challenging or something, just understand, man, if you get good enough at them. See, watch this. She has no choice but to answer this. And if she doesn't, then I get a free Utopia. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we flip summon them. You gotta do it in this exact order, too. So, response, no. Yes. Make some life decisions. Okay, so no response. So first you want to go with Super Saiyan. And you do this first for 2 reasons. 1, because if you rank this Utopia up into anything else, you can't do this. It will stop you from being able to go into Morph 2. And 2, if they happen to want to do something to you, like if I do this and I summon this guy, for example, to get more material, and then they want to respond, because you saw for a moment they had a ability to respond, which means they still can. So essentially, I'm baiting them out and seeing if they're going to activate that face down. And if they don't, cool. I still get a big Utopia. If they do activate it, it's no skin off my teeth. Basically, you can use a skill to get through all the negates. And I feel like it was almost intentional to use it this way. So let's see what they do. So they have a choice. They can negate it or not. Doesn't really matter. So they're not going to do it. Foolish. Alright, so we're not going to use halfway to forever, right? So I'm going to risk that one to turn into Numeron Force. So basically now you'll use your 3rd skill. Turn any card in your hand. So if you have like too many extenders or something like that, or a trap that's going to take 2 turns to activate, yeah, don't worry about that. Turn that into Numeron Force. And then if we do this, their face downs can't activate if we attack, so not too worried about it. We have to see what they do. Making hard choices here. Come on, dude. I think they probably aren't familiar with their card, so they're probably reading it. thinking it's relatively harmless because nothing's getting negated, not realizing I'm about to summon something that can eat through the back row with no issues and negate their monsters stuff. So like this is the beauty too. Even if they destroy this, it's still not that big a deal because you still have 1/2 indestructible plus a draw 1. Technically draw 2, so 1/2. Yeah, let's go. Dummy. We're not worried about that. Cool. Okay, so now that we've cleared everything out of the way and we don't have to worry about stuff, they'd have to have like an effect veiler at this point. Super rare to be able to do much. So what we're going to do is select him because he's going to change to defense mode. This was kind of like a goofy build of this version of this deck, and I was just trying this stuff out. And it's just stuck around for so long because I haven't had to really edit it too much. Alright, so now what we're going to do. Sucks we can't use Dynantherium, but we can do this. We can summon one massive Leo Arms because then we can negate monster effects. Yeah, that'll probably be smart. He won't be able to hit directly, but he won't need to. At least not yet. So drop off this dude. Take that for nothing. Take Leo Arms. There we go. Another really, really good choice card for this deck is like Pot of Avarice, I think, because it returns 5 cards. So you can return like all your Xyz materials back to the deck, and only like, let's say you're out of Sages or something, return those to the deck so that you actually don't draw a bunch of the same stuff. Excuse me. Let's see here. So we can go into this. Going to use this guy's ability to basically get a free ZW. And again, so my personal advice is if you've already equipped Tornado Bringer and Lightning Blade, so non-targeting and indestructibility, don't equip Leo Arms. Leo Arms is for ending the game. He's for, they have a monster in attack mode and you don't have Ray Victory. Choose a Seer Strike because he can actually attack everybody they control. So he deals much more damage over time. But I see people using Leo Arms all the time on Utopia Ray, Leo. And I don't know. It's just, you could, it's a better combo to go that way. Because right now they can't target him with card effects. They can't destroy him with card effects. And then he can also negate monster effects. So he's going to do that right now. So, yeah, she was probably really relying on that. So next turn, because we're not going to double or nothing into anything, we're going to spin that on Summoner Monk. Unfortunately, after the first turn, Dynantherium is a dead card in your hand. Unless you're going to use them to turn into another card, like you draw an Astrotopia or whatever. Oh, damn. That really sucks. But it's fine. We don't really need him that much. Unless he negates this. What you got? They gotta read him. They gotta read everything. I guess some Yu-Gi-Oh players do read, kids. For those of you who don't know, the meme is between us Yu-Gi-Oh players is that Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read because we have a bajillion box of text and we'll miss like one little friggin' line that completely changes the outcome of the card. So we're gonna pitch this. We don't need it. We're gonna see if he's gonna negate that. Alright, cool. So the beauty of this is now I can get any of the remaining ZWs, special summon them, and then equip them. Or I can get like a star drawing to be able to draw an additional card. Or I can be extremely intentional and summon something like this dude. So what he's going to do is let me change out one of these Dynantheriums for like a negate. Yeah, you got to. You got to. Because you can't target Big Boy. You can't do it. They always realize that super late. Yeah. Yeah. Life isn't treating you well, is it? Alright, cool. So next we're going to go and we're going to get rid of one piggy. And we're going to take a negate because we're tired of their shit. Alright, so you know what we're gonna do also? We're gonna say screw this. We're gonna give him a free monster just to do this. I wasn't gonna, but he stole my monster, so you know what? Might as well give him a bunch of monsters. And he can actually gain an additional CW. I'm just not going to. I could give him like a zero strike, maybe? I don't know, they'll only have one card next turn. Risky business. Alright, cool. So this is what we'll do. We're going to go into another Utopia. It's got 4,000 life points. This guy can't attack directly anyway. So what I like to do is give him a zero strike as the third one anyway, because it kind of adds to the fact that he can't attack directly. So we might as well make him attack every single monster they control. This is a little risky because I'm not going to play numbers protection for protection. Let's do this. Take the CW. So we're going to equip this here strike. And that gives him 85, and he can attack everybody. No problem. And then, even if he has a monster that's face up, we should be able to negate up to 3 monster effects. So we're going to do it again. Yep. I was saving it just for this. Negate that. Goodbye. You can't do nothing. Go home. And then we're going to attack the other monster. Then this was like, I'm not even worried about giving him a monster at this point. The next card you have to get has got to be amazing to get through what we have. Because if it's just a face down, yeah, it's not enough. Have to be like a magic cylinder at this point. But we're just gonna do this. We're gonna activate this effect. We're gonna set him sideways. Then we're gonna tribute the Asira Strike, because that'll open up the zone for numbers protection, right? I don't need to attack a bunch of monsters right now. I'm gonna take this back just in case he destroys everything I got. I'm gonna set numbers protection. Oh shit, I set the wrong one. You know what I meant to do. Alright, screw it. Now we just go into the battle phase and try to end his life. And he's going to negate it. Okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. I thought it was going to be way worse. I thought it was going to be way, way worse. It looks like whatever they're playing is having a really hard time with Leo. So I think that's kind of like the... Is it all DDDs? Yeah. You know what? Just negate him. Because then he can't go nowhere and do nothing. He just stuck there. Really cool card art, though. Should we negate him just to be rude? I think I'm gonna. I'm like, no, I want to be the one to end this duel, sir. Unless you quit. Then we get to use the rage quit button. We've been going how long and we haven't had to use the rage quit button? Pretty good day so far. So, normal summon. Watch him quit after I said that, though. Because he's going to see me trying to, like, go up. I guess I'll win more a little bit. I gotta be sure, you know? Gotta be sure he's 6 feet under before I end the duel. Such a rude person here. Yeah, we'll take Sage's effect. Why not? Get the free card. I really need to edit my deck. I keep saying that and then hopping into another duel. He's a good sport, dude. But it doesn't work, son. Yeah, sorry. He's a good sport, though. Stuck around. Took the beating. Yeah. Yeah, so we should probably edit this deck and then maybe take a little minor break. So if you guys have any suggestions for anything you think personally, I'm thinking I need to switch out certain materials. So I'm thinking get rid of Slipper Mail and grab a copy of Lightning Blade, probably. So, or not Lightning Blade, I'm sorry, Twin Pegasus? Twin Saber? He's like another sword. It's like a horse sword card. So, hold on, let me see. I think it would be this dude. So, he gives us some monster negates. My thing is, I like these two specifically. They're great. It's just they brick you up a lot. If you play them, you're playing with fire, basically, because they can give you a pretty heavy advantage. It's just you only have 3 zones, so realistically, you can only use 2 ZWs at the same time. If you want to be able to be open to your rank up magics and, minor helpful effects, especially ones like numbers protection. I really think, like, because no card is like a negate anything like this in this archetype per se, you need one of these face down and 2 ZWs. So in my personal opinion, these are the 2 ZWs that have the 2 best effects together, right? The next set would be these 2. And I know a lot of people won't agree because they probably really like the effect of Pegasus. Basically, his is once per turn while this card's equipped, you can negate a monster effect that's activated on the field. But the thing is this guy kind of already takes care of business with that, and he can negate at least 2. So if I had 1, 2, that's non-destruction, non-targeting, 2 negates on monsters, and then 1 negate on spells and traps. You know what I'm saying? So if you build them the other way, then you've got plus 2,000 attack, but that doesn't really matter that much, right? Because you stack so many ZWs, your attack's just going to go through the roof. Or you're going to summon with Utopia double, so your attack's just going to go through the roof anyway. So I'm just saying, like, if I comboed, for example, like, non-targeting with no traps, not nearly sufficient. They can destroy him, and then he's gone. So the non-destruction thing is a big problem for most people, and the fact that he has 2 non-destruction abilities. 1 for the back row, because it's all ZWs likely, and 2 for the monster. So they activate like Raigeki. It only destroys Lightning Blade. It doesn't destroy any of the other ZWs that are equipped to the Utopia. So like if they pop him, he's still got non-targeting for the rest of the turn. You know what I'm saying? This guy only is effective later. Way later. And that's why I just don't play him in this version of Yu-Gi-Oh! The only other one that has been kind of sadly useless is I was really hoping Sliver Mail would do more, but he's kind of like more limited than I was hoping, essentially. He doesn't always proc for his respawning Utopia he's been equipped to effect, and I don't know why this is, if it's like a mistiming thing. There are so many occasions where you will have this card equipped to a Utopia. That Utopia will fulfill the requirements of this card, which is basically gains 1,000, and then it's sent to the graveyard because it was destroyed by opponent's card effect, by battle or card effect. Target 1 Utopia in the graveyard, special summon that target. So, just doesn't happen quite a bit, and I don't know why. So unfortunately, I'm actually going to probably remove him from the deck. One I should maybe give some thought to is this guy, but again, this one's probably only good late game, and if you're playing that late into the game, the deck I currently have is good enough to play late game, and this is actually just not that good. If you've lost most of your ZW weapons, by that point, there are other tricks you can use to get around your opponent's cards. Not every time, but quite a bit, quite often. And this is technically 2 cards in 1, so I mean, like, I think Blue Sage needs to be added to the deck to fill out some of these, what I call lumpy spots in the deck where I don't need as many Goblin Birds or as many Summoner Monks. He's only safe here because I often can spin these spells or use them. Let's see, Phoenix Bow. Yeah, he's not that good. He's a level 3, so he has almost no synergy with the deck. And he only has like a slight burn ability. Not that good. Again, Ultimate Shield gets 2,000 defense. Not that good. Unicorn Spear, relatively okay, but it's got some minor requirements, like it absolutely has to be equipped to a Utopia C. Anyway, point is a lot of these just don't work well, so I'm thinking we go Pegasus. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that'd be the only 3 ZWs in the deck. So we go 1, 2, 3. that's fine, I suppose, because you have the spare one in the extra deck. So you could do that. I would say the only other thing I could do to this deck is possibly gain an extra, like another Leo arms or something like that, just so I have an additional Utopia summon option. I really need to get me a lightning blade at some point, or Utopia lightning. So it'd be kind of cool to get one of these special edition ones. Alright, enough of the banter with that. We're gonna move on and see if I can figure out what else to put in here. Then we'll take a little break and move on to some Master Duel here in the middle of the stream. Let's see. So let's take out. Possibly, I'm thinking. Let me see something here. I'm gonna click on the favorite spells that I have and see if there's like some level 4. I did a really cool Utopia Destiny hero thing because you can spawn a lot of Destiny heroes and then fusion them out of the graveyard. So you'll be like getting Destiny heroes from the graveyard as material, but summoning them as Exceeds, spending them, and then turning them into graveyard material. Pretty crazy. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something very specific. We can see if there's any other rank ups that I have that I'm not using. What's this one? Raptors. Yeah. What's this one? Raiders Unbreakable. This card is of Phantom Knights and the Raid Raptor. What? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I definitely need a copy, or 3 copies of him, and then because that'll get me any of the rank ups I need. So let's do this. That's not popping up, so we just need to type in rank up into the thing. Okay, that's not what we were looking for. Maybe it's like that. No cards found. Really? Rank up magic? Do I gotta type it like that? Let's do that. That's super weird. You know what? We're gonna try this. Related cards. Because he can pull any rank up. See, that's what I'm talking about. That actually might help. Because not only always going for Neuron Force is good, it's actually kind of stiff, because then you negate your own stuff when you don't mean to. So we'll probably do that. We'll go with one of those. I'm going to take this out. It's been fun, but I'm going to take it out. We'll probably leave it at this 30. Let's see, do I have more than 9 in the extra? Oh, I do. Okay, so that's fine. We'll take out that. I gotta earn those extra ones. And I think I have a new Zexal skill that will actually make this work a little better. Life point boost. Power of the future. Yeah, this one's a pretty crazy skill. You can use each of the skill's second and third effects once per turn and twice per duel. So 4 total extra effects for no reason. You can cannot special summon any monsters from your extra deck except XYZ monsters. You cannot special summon any monsters with spell or trap cards effects except Utopia with 25 attack and or defense. Oh, okay, so basically that means Ray Victory, because he's got 25 defense and 28 attack, or any of the other Utopias, basically. And also, like, Utopia Doubles got 25 defense, so, and 0 attack, I think. Can be activated by... Wait, so the first part is a stipulation. Okay. And the second, third... Yeah, so, can be activated by shuffling 1 card in your hand, revealing 1 ZS or Astrotopia in your hand. Yuma and Astral Build to overlay network and morph. Okay, so add up to 2 ZS. What? So basically, if you can just make sure your deck is full of them, Astrotopia and or ZS. So that means you could actually fill the deck up with ZS's and probably. Wow. Okay, so that's why people are running more of the Sages. Add 2 ZS monsters and or Astrotopia from your deck to hand. Shuffle 1 card from your hand. Reveal The true form of one card from your hand turning to rank up magic numeron force and play. Yeah, this is much better. But I will have to change the playstyle I've been using this deck with, which is basically go second and then rank up on them immediately. But it'll be cool to try it out with a new. So basically, I just have to shuffle ZS's in. So what I'm gonna do, see if I got the little sage. He's like a. Where you at? Where's the little dude at? He's not in the related cards for some reason. Let's see. So for some reason, these are all popping up as related. I do need to get one of those. Target one number monster you control that has no materials. Dang, that would be so good, but it's just too slow. This would be kind of cool to throw in there and just have as like a little extra card on the side. He doesn't do anything but put stuff face down. That's it. He was such a hyped card to do nothing. He does kind of the opposite of what Utopia does, basically. When the monster declares an attack, detach your material during either player's turn. You can target one Utopia monster during either player's turn while this card is in your graveyard. You can target one Utopia monster in the field. Special summon this card in defense position and attach that monster to this as material. And yeah, so detach one material for this card, change that monster face down in position. Cool thing though is it doesn't target, so if they run into it during the battle phase, they have to deal with it. But it's like most of the time they're going to remove it before it gets a chance to do any of that. Another cool thing though is that it actually qualifies for the Power of the Future because he's got 2500 defense. He has oddly unique stats for a Utopia monster, if I'm being honest. I think he basically has the reverse of Utopia. Kind of crazy. I know he's like anti-topian, but still, it's kind of crazy. Let's see. So we got Shining Hope Road. Not really that into it. These are actually not bad. Reverse Breaker is one of my favorite equips for him because it basically gives every Utopia the effects that Ray Victory has, and if this was searchable, then I think I would probably play it more. But as far as I know, he doesn't search it. So, because it says add one XYZ on a mat, Zexal, or number spell or trap, and unfortunately, that's none of those. If this was like Number Breaker or some shit, it would be fire because basically you could search it, add it to any Utopia, and I mean any of them, and they would all have the abilities of Ray Victory, essentially through an easy activate, and that's just as good to me as using like a ZW just for the effect. So it would not be a waste. Door of Destiny is too slow. It's good, but it's too slow. Too late game. Destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls. Inflict damage. That would be some fucked up spice to add. I could try it in place of. The cool thing is about playing so many spells with Summoner Monk is they're not that damaging. They don't hurt so much to play so many. So I'm gonna take out one Dynantherium. Or man, that's risky. That is risky. So if I take out the one, yeah, I don't know. Got 1, 2, 3, double special summons, all summons, special summon. The only guys that don't special summon themselves is the stars and this dude. But he's just really good at getting away with destroying a back row. I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to take one away. I'm going to add one in. We'll see if that works. That might screw me over, but I'm willing to try. And I'm willing to try it during the YCS. Just to see. So this is the guy I was looking for. Vanish Sage. You control a Utopia monster. You can draw one card. If this card is banished... You control a Utopia. You just draw a card? You can banish this card from the field. Target one of those... Bro. We gotta put at least one of him in. At least. It's a tough one. So let's take out a Goblinberg. This is risky. Not playing max of just monsters that can all spawn to the field, but it's less risky whenever you can do the Zexal morph thing. So I'm going to see how this works out. Take a little 5-minute break here in a moment, but then we'll see how this new deck works out. This is an entirely different build for the different skill. That's what I was saying you should do earlier. It's build around the skills, not build around the cards. Because skills are entirely more abusable than cards will ever be in this particular game. But we're going to take a little 5-minute break, guys, and I really hope you're enjoying the late night stream. And we will be getting back into some Master Duel as soon as we get back to the stream. I'm just gonna see if we can get some of this stuff going here. It's taking a little bit of an update. Might be eating up my bandwidth a little bit. Let's see if we can fix that by dropping some bit rate down. Might be possible. So basically we're hopping in to see what the YCS is looking like, just in case you didn't catch earlier. And I'm kind of curious what the new updates are about, what the YCS event's going to look like through Master Duel. Let me know if you guys have been entering any of these events. I'm kind of curious. New stuff at the shop. Let's see. Oh, these are for the new pack. They give him a new art? I think they did. Yeah, I think they just gave him a new art. Crazy. And guys, sometimes when we stream the Master Duel stuff, it just does not agree. Alright, so I just adjusted the bit rate a bit. Hopefully that fixes any errors and helps you guys have a better experience with the stream. Hopefully that helps. Sometimes when I'm streaming Master Duel specifically, I need to drop the bit rate down a little so that I can actually, there you go, you got a max C, it's cool, I'm only summoning one monster, buddy. His name is Stunner. Let's see if you can stun me. So I've got a Metal Morph in my hand. Time Machine doesn't work exactly like I hoped it did, but I'm still kind of playing around with this deck and learning it. But I think what we'll do, we'll set one of everything. Okay. Yep. Oh shit, I didn't want to activate it, but okay. I need to read more. I got to use the Duel Links pace of just click, 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 it's going through. That's alright. At least I can special summon a monster that can negate his nonsense next turn. No big deal. And I think he has one anti-destruction thing. So I guess we'll set Time Machine to the field. Yeah, might as well. Not great, but it's okay. It's okay to open up on. Something I kind of like about the Metal Morph deck is it a lot of times doesn't need a lot to get around your opponent's stuff. They kind of made traps work like traps are supposed to work. Let's see here. I'm going to be playing with these settings here for a second and try to fix this output for this streaming. See if that helps at all. sure why it does this whenever I want to stream Master Duel specifically, but it does not agree with it. Okay, let's see. Maybe this will pass. Let's see if we can pull it off. This is gonna be so messed up. Dig. It's been done. Done deal. Alright. I see what you did there. Yeah. Alright, sorry guys that the stream was having some issues there. I had to adjust some settings. This might happen a few times throughout certain streams, just based off of my bandwidth and things like that. But it looks like it's doing a little better now, so just hope to God that it stays that way, right? Alright, let's try another one. Let's just see how well we do. I'm just playing this random Metamorph deck in this particular... I had nothing chosen for this format because I didn't study that hard for this format, unfortunately. So when I went to, or when I was going to go to YCS 2024, that's all I did was kind of like crank out, trying to figure out how the fire format was working at that time. So I kind of took a little break from having to figure all that stuff out. Alright, so he's going first? Alright. Alright. We'll see what he got. See what he does. Nothing. Alright. He's either got nothing or something really good. We can also kind of like guarantee ourselves the duel here real quick. To some degree. I say that like an asshole, but I mean like to some degree you do guarantee yourself the duel. So I'm going to pitch one of those to one. No. Yes. Because I just feel like when you start out with this, it's kind of like, I don't know. There are really easy ways to get around them, actually, and people do it nowadays because they're so used to playing against them, but I don't know, I just want to funniest like things to open on, I feel like, especially if you're already going to be playing a Red Eyes anything. You might as well. Especially mixed with this Metamorph stuff. Nope. So, deck to the hand. So what we're going to do... a thing I like to do is, since I can't grab... Well, if I'm going to go straight for one. Set Metamorph, set Red Eye Spirit, save Time Engine, and Black Meteor Dragon for negates. So Red Eye Spirit should get him back to me if he dies. These should give me 2 things to be able to do his effect with. Yeah, so he's going to have to take a direct hit. And we'll see if he's got enough steam to get through the second turn. Let's find out. Let's see, he's gonna summon Memento in? Nah, I got nothing on that yet. We're gonna Ash that. I'm gonna save him till last, kinda, because he's kinda like my Omni Negate here. And then if they get rid of him, you can spawn him back or do something else. Take one Memento, add that. Yeah, so for that, we're gonna have to negate it. I know it's probably bait, but we can advance our game at the same time by dropping that in the graveyard. With only 5,000 life points left, if there's a good way to do some more damage, you can go for that second dragon. Yeah, but you can't destroy my face-up card. No, go ahead. Did he really think the Ghost Roll was going to work on the Dragoon? Why? What possessed you? I guess Memento possessed him. Well, I suppose I could bring one back, but there ain't no need to. I'm gonna wait to see what happens. Just draw this anyway. Cool. So we got the free negate. I got his effect. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop his monster, deal a little damage. He's gonna do a thing. What does this do? Once per chain, its monster's normal summon this deck since the deck you can card. Yeah, we're gonna save that negate for something else. That's for a normal summon. Normal special summon, yeah. Now we're gonna do that. Stop it. Discard Time Machine. I don't know what the hell this does, but face up, blah blah blah. Nope. We save it. Generally, you get the gist of what certain cards do. Alrighty. So now, gonna banish him. Go for our guaranteed Burn Boy. Nope, saving it. Gonna pull the one from the deck because I want these out. Gonna go ahead and use that. It's gonna take them quite a bit to get around these. It's so cool how useful they actually are, like genuinely. Because they could be trash. Like it's very easy for these to come out and just be trash, but I think for kind of a second they were a little bit, but the new support has just been excellent. So we're gonna pitch him for next turn and bring him back. If there's a next turn. Alright. That's enough of my nonsense. We're just gonna hit him in the face now. Game. So we are only on gold rank though, so it's not like anything crazy. And I'll show the deck that I'm playing. Let's see here, Red Metal Max, is that what I'm playing? Yes. Pretty simple. I'm playing it at 47, I guess, because I was kind of playing it a little risky, because you pull a lot of cards, so... And honestly, if you pull almost any combination of the Metamorph stuff in one hand, then you kind of have a good hand. So, I mean, you know, it all depends. Let's see, what I'm going to do here is... I'm sorry to do another break on you guys, but I really think I should check out what I can do to fix the stream's health. And if not, I might have to switch back to playing a different format. It may be just running this particular version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or this particular program. So let me double check and make sure that's not the issue. I really want you guys to have a good, enjoyable viewing experience. So give me just a moment. I'll switch over to the late night card real quick for you. Sorry guys, I just realized that my mic was off for a second, but I was just saying that if you want to join me for any of the later content I'll be doing throughout the rest of the week, these are some of the videos that we will be doing. So 30 of the best and funniest animated Yu-Gi-Oh videos, me making my own Yu-Gi-Oh game here on Duel, and of course we'll be watching some of our old fan-made Yu-Gi-Oh projects. So if you guys are interested in any of that stuff, please like, subscribe, join the channel by becoming a subscriber and being able to keep up to date with all the new streams. And if you're enjoying the late night streams, then we definitely